Hello everyone. Today we will talk about how to install the Ruby. In this video, I will show how to install Ruby from source code and how to install Ruby using RBEnv and Ruby build, and how to install Ruby in your Docker image. By default, you maybe install Ruby using the apt-get ruby-4, but in this way, the Ruby you installed may be not the latest version. Usually, you cannot install the latest version using the default apt-get. The solution to that is you can build and install the Ruby from source code or use RBEnv. Today, I will show you how to install the specific version of Ruby. Before you install Ruby, please make sure you have installed these requirements on your Ubuntu or other Linux systems. Firstly, please check whether the Ruby have already installed on your machine. Here I already installed Ruby. So before I reinstall my Ruby, I need to remove it firstly. Now I remove the previous Ruby version. You will see there is nothing to remove. That's because my previous Ruby is installed via RBEnv install rather than apt-get, so I use RBEnv install to remove it firstly. Ruby-v. Okay, now the Ruby has been removed. Now I will show you how to install Ruby from the source code. Firstly, please download the source code from its official website or from here. You can use web browser or wget to download it. This file is I downloaded. After you download the zipped source code, please unzip it and then enter into the source code you have already unzipped. The next step is to use configure to generate the makefile. The makefile is used to make the whole program. When you execute the configure command, you can add some parameters. For example, you can specify the target installation directory. By default, the binary will be installed into the user local. You can change the default installation directory using the prefix parameter. After you finish the configure, you can make the helper that after you finish the making, then you can install your Ruby to your target directory. By default, it will be installed in the user local. After finishing the installation, you can use ruby-v to check the version you installed. Okay, no error is reported. So let us check the Ruby version. No such file or directory. If so, let's source and then okay. Now you can see the Ruby 2.7 is installed. And the installation directory is user local. By now, I have already shown you how to install Ruby from source code. Now, let us talk about how to install Ruby from using RBenv and Ruby build. You can clean the former version installed. If you want to remove the uninstall the version you built from source code, you can execute sudo make uninstall to remove what you installed just now. After that, let us try how to install using RBenv. Please install these requirements before you continue the following steps. After that, install the RBenv using RBenv installer. You can use curl or wget, either is okay. Let's try use the first one. I think we need to wait for a while. Okay, it has been installed. Let us continue. Let's first install the RBenv using curl. After okay. Field to connect to raw and port connection field. Let's try the next one. Wget. I don't know why the first one is failed, but the second one is okay. Let's continue. All down note that the doesn't get configure your shell startup file. So you should add the RBENV bin to your path environment and run RBENV init to see instructions how to configure RBENV for your shell. Launch a new terminal window to verify that the configuration is correct. Let me see. You should add this to the .bashrc or .zshrc if you use this shell. Here I use bash, so I add this and this to the bashrc. You can execute this command. This will add the configuration to your bashrc. After that, please source bashrc or try launch a new terminal is the same. Now you can install the latest Ruby use the RBENV install. Here we also can install 2.7, 2.7, 2.7. Now it will install the Ruby automatically without configure or make manually. After the installation, please run this command. After you finish everything, you can use ruby-v to check whether it is installed correctly. Another thing I want to introduce is the Docker. Maybe you will use Ruby in your Docker. You can use this source code to install the Ruby. Firstly, is install the requirements package and install RBENV and RB Ruby build. And then configure the environment. After that, use RBENV install to install the specific version. You also can install many versions at the same time. Now it's finished. Let's 2.1 7.1. Okay, Now let's check the version. Okay, congratulations. You have installed the Ruby version you want. Uh, let's make a summary. Today I introduced how to install Ruby from source code and from RBenv, and I also introduced how to use the Docker to install the Ruby. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.